and I'm on the clock, folks. We got 25 minutes and on how to use Blab. There's no Blabbus Interruptus. We do this weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the USA. This Blab is to help people use Blab. It's 25 minutes long. It's fast-paced with a clear goal. We want to give you the confidence to use Blab. We don't answer many questions from the audience. We show you how to use Blab. That's it, plain and simple. We ask that you hold all questions until the end. We do encourage you to join the Blab when there's an open seat, but I'll probably hold off on that until we get through this first 25 minutes, and then we'll bring you in. Hopefully it won't take even 25 minutes, and we'll have time to have some fun here. Just click on the join button when you want to get in, and there's a seat open, and if I let you in, you'll get in. Okay, the Circadians. Who are we? The Circadians are a concept community. Our community isn't built around individuals. We live, work, and thrive in a guru-free zone. Everyone is equal, everyone's important, and everyone has their own special gift. The sum of those gifts is greater than the individual. What do? We create event-driven, outcome-oriented business-building platforms, broadcast, websites, content, training programs, and more. But mostly, we operate in a guru-free zone, getting stuff done. We welcome the opportunity to elaborate on that as for an invitation to our community. You can hopefully, Stan, do you have a link you can put there? But it's stan@thecircadians.com. And you can follow the Circadians at social@thecircadians.com.
I will tell you this: we need to update that document because I actually set up one the other day that is "You Matter" at thecircadians.com. So that's a good thing.
Okay, we can go with that. That's the neat part about this, folks. Everything changes. We make changes and we update them. The other thing I want to tell you is if you can download this file that I'm reading from here, and then you can follow along. Stan, I think there's a link that you have for that. That they can download that file.
I just put the link in, just 4 or 5 blogs.
Oh, great! Because I can't type and read and everything else at the same time. I told everybody last week my idea of multitasking is turning on the kitchen faucet and hitting the switch to turn on the garbage disposal. That's my talents in multitasking. Okay, the rules of Blab. Blab doesn't really have any rules, but the Blab team has created some agreements they would like the community to go by. So pay attention. Respect each other. Honor the viewer's time. Let others talk. Don't be an awful person to be around. We don't want that. Be a nice guy. Nice person. Argue the point, not the person. The host sets the rules to the party unless they conflict with these rules. I'm going to go back to number 5, argue the point, not the person. You can get involved with getting things personal. We don't want to do that. If you're in a Blab and there's a topic of discussion, stick on the topic. Don't make it personal. First things first, we want to thank a whole bunch of people. There's too many to mention here, but people like Roxanne Davenport, Sue Zimmerman, Robert Stern, Brian Fanzo. These people have been on Blab for a while. They're people that you might want to follow and listen to. But there's 2 that I follow and really like. One is Eileen Smith. She's been on Blab from the beginning. She got in here with us last Friday, gave us some information, corrected some things that I said that were not quite on track, and gave us a little bit on updates of what's going on and some new information. Those are the people you want to find to get the extra and the more advanced things in Blab. We're doing all the basics here. And the other person that helped us out, got in here and helped us out, is Roy Montero. So find these people and follow them on Blab. You'll be happy you did. Getting started. Over on the left-hand side, you're going to see a little box that says, tell a little birdie. And that's my little sign that says tell a little birdie. So if you want to do that, click on that box and a dialog box is going to come up, and it says post tweet. When you click on that, you'll be sending a tweet to everyone that follows you on Twitter. It notifies them that you are in a blab, and that's a great way to increase the number of people watching you or watching your blab. So if you want to do that now, click on Tell a Little Birdie, and that lets the people know you're watching this blab. Giving props. Now this is the next thing to do is to click on any of the people in the squares. You see the little bubbles with your profile picture in it? Those are called props. So like if I click on Lindsay there, my picture pops up. But what I'm doing is I'm acknowledging that I like what Lindsay is going to say, because he hasn't said anything yet.
You're doing a great job, Ron.
It lets people know that that you appreciate them being on here. People give the blabbers props when they say things they like and agree with. You know, and if a bunch of people gave me props already. I like that. That's good. They don't stick around though. At the end of the show, they're all gone. So don't count on them being there for the next time. They kind of it's like the raindrops. They disappear when the sun comes out. Okay, your blab profile. Your blab profile matches your Twitter profile, but it doesn't have to if you want to change it. If you roll over go up to the top with your picture on the right side there, and if you click on it, it's going to pull a drop. You'll see a drop down menu. Now, don't click on profile because that'll take you out of the blab. It has settings and log out. Okay, lost my spot here. Yeah, don't click on the profile link. This drop down will get you out of the blab. This will cause you to be taken out of the blab if you're a participant, and we don't want to lose you. However, you can edit your profile while in the blab. You will see the fields for your name, email address, and bio. The information in the bio field is what is displayed when someone rolls over your profile picture. The change is immediate. You can change this while you're in a blab. There's also a line that says image with a clickable button that says choose file. The image you use here does not have to match your Twitter profile. This allows you to change it. Me personally, I kind of like to have the same image throughout all my social media sites that I'm on, because that way they see me in one place and they see my picture in another place. They say, oh yeah, I remember that guy. I liked him on Blab. I think I'll follow him over here on Facebook. So I like to keep the same image and the same profile. That way it's consistent.
I'm going to interject something here.
Okay.
Because it's the same. I always pay attention to this place, because what Ron is actually doing right now is he is logged in. We have a business account called the Circadians, and he's logged in as the Circadians. The purpose of that business account is so that if something happens and Ron can't make it, or I can't make it, or Lindsay can't make it, somebody on the team can come in and do this presentation. But he actually used the very thing that he's talking about there to change the image on the blab, on the scheduled blab. When you go to the front of it, you'll see his image rather than the Circadian logo, because he used this very technique to get that up there. And that's one of the things, one plug, that's one of the things that we do in the Circadians at the 9 o'clock clinic. So I'm going to shut up again and listen.
You can also turn on your desktop and iOS notifications from that page that up there in your profile and under settings. So you can decide what type of notifications you want to get. You can see a list of your followers and whom you were following on your profile page. If you look at your followers' profiles, you can see if they follow you back and if the follow is mutual. You can't see if the follow is mutual from the following list, though. Sounds confusing, but if you just do it a couple times, you'll figure it all out. Now, how can you participate? Each blab can have 4 blabbers, including the host. The host sits at the top of the left square. Now, not always true. Sometimes the host might be in another square, and on playback, the host might have been in the top left square for the whole blab, but on playback, he might be in another square, or the host might be in another square, he or she. And so don't count on the host always being in the top left square. The host sits in the top left. The host determines how many seats will be open. I can block seats as a host, or I can open the seats. They also decide if there will be rotating blabbers. So if we have a bunch of people that we want to get in, we can give them a few minutes on the topic and ask, them to leave, and we'll get somebody else in. The comment stream, that's on the right-hand side. You will see the comment stream. Simply type your comment into the Say Something Cool box down at the bottom and hit enter. Your comment will be added to the stream. Now in mobile, if you're on your phone, that comment box is down at the bottom of your screen. If you have a question, here's what you do. Type /Q space and type in the question, and that'll show up as a gray box, and your question will be added. It makes it easier for the host or somebody who's tracking the comments, just as it appears there. Does case matter? No, I don't think it does. I've done it both ways, and as long as you type the /, the Q, and the space, and then your question, it'll come up that way. Okay, capital Q was used. Okay, but I don't think it really matters. The question gets highlighted, and the host, I guess, is visually it differentiates between the comments. Now, rolling your mouse over a name in the comment stream, you will notice a light gray star. Okay. That star, and next to it is a reply arrow also. Click the reply arrow, and they'll insert the username and the comment area, and then you can type in what you want. Now, that shows up directly to that person that's in the comment stream. That way you don't have to try typing a name in. Comments fly by, you type the name wrong, they don't know who you're talking about. Just click on that reply arrow and it'll put the name right in there for you. Okay. If you click on the star, what you're doing there is you're giving props to the people in the comment stream. So if you click on the star, let's Stan Bush's name pops right up there. If you click on that star, that comment that he made, I'll click on it. One will pop up, and then you can see right there that's favorite that comment that he made, and he gets to see that. Joining a blab is easy to do. Simply click join in an open seat, and the host accepts you. You'll be added in, and you can start blabbing. What about following? While blabbing, you will have the opportunity to meet and collaborate with people from all over the world. You may want to follow some of these people to find out when they are in a blab and within the community and what they're doing. It brings up that information. There are several ways to do that within the blab. Since we are working with just the interface within blab, here are a few ways that you can find people to follow. The people in the frames in these little boxes here. In the top of each frame, you will see a small bar with the blabber's name. You will also see their username and picture. There are two actionable things you can do here. Click on their name or username. When you click on their username, it will be presented with their profile and their profile info. From there, you can decide if you would like to follow them. You can also see if they are following you. Who is viewing a blab? Profile pictures of blab viewers are across the top. If you go up there and look and you roll over those, it'll pull up their little profile picture. And if you click on their images, you will be presented with their profile info. As before, you can read their bio or follow them. Now, that's about all we can cover and get done on the basics. One other I want to mention one thing. As a host, something new that was added that Eileen brought up to our attention. The host above the comment stream, there's a Q's and at me. If the host clicks on that, it brings up all the questions. And now I can scroll down there and see those questions that people actually typed in a question, and that little gray box came up. The other thing is, I don't know if we're going to get into this. I don't think so. I think it's something maybe you should follow with Eileen. And that's about the Blab going to YouTube. It's automatically recorded, but that's more than just the basics, and we don't want to get involved with that right now. Now, that brings up that we're at the end of that short session, and it's time to have a little fun, maybe.
I have three things.
Okay, three things.
One is I'm going to pass it over to Lindsay and let him explain the @help. So go ahead, Lindsay.
Lindsay?
Yeah, you picked up on that one.
Yes, I did. Use the phrase @help.
Don't do it now, though.
Help directly from the Blab people. Don't use @help and expect to see some sort of text file come up for you, because eventually somebody will come by and give you some help with Blab. Period. The end.
Second thing is Frisbee guy. You got Q/ and it's got to be /Q instead of Q/. And Blab from a cell phone does work. All you have to do is go to Blab in your browser. They have, I believe, an app for what's that really weird thing? Apple. They have they have an app for iPhones, but in Android or any of the other phones, and actually you can do this on iPhone too. Just go to blab.im and it'll display. It'll display a little bit tougher, but it will display. And then great. I want to know about that grand family plan. And the other thing, hey Donald, the other thing is Frisbee guy, Q. Oh, guess what I found out during this? You can't give yourself props, and the star over on the right hand side, you can't click your own star.
How about that? So no self-love.
I wasn't. I did it because the star, you were mentioning the star, right? And I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go over there and see what that does. I'm gonna go see if it works on the one you picked out, which was mine, and I couldn't star myself, which makes sense, even though, as egotistical as most social media gurus are, it makes sense that they should be able to star themselves. Okay, so we have an open seat, and
somebody wants to get in here.
No self-promotion, Stan. This was the first I found on the panel. So if Frisbee guy or Grand Family Plan, there they are.
We have Grand Family Plan.
Howdy.
Welcome.
Hiya, Grand.
I'll take off my glasses so you don't see that annoying reflection. Hi, how are you guys?
Great.
We're doing fine. How are you?
I'm great. I just got into Blab about a little over a week ago. A friend of mine, J.S. Gilbert, who I was friends with on Facebook, was blabbing about Blab, and I got into it. And the great thing is that I've known JS for a while, but until he started blabbing, we didn't really interact. And now we kind of know each other as people. I know stuff about him that I never knew before. So I find this platform very exciting. And I'm going to do my first blab on Wednesday for Grand Family Planning on Wednesday morning at 8 and see how that works out.
So you haven't done one yet?
Time zone.
Eastern. I'm in northern New Jersey.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to get working people before they get to work, So and see how it goes, because my target market is sandwich moms who work, and trying to, educate people about the need to be proactive in their lives.
What is a sandwich mom?
That was my question.
Great question. That is a demographic term describing women who have children and living parents. So, and there are millions of them out there, and they've got a 2-ton anvil over their head because eventually their parents are going to get sick and need more help from them. I know this because both of my parents succumbed to dementia. So I started Grand Family Planning to raise awareness in people about the fact that what happened to me doesn't just happen to other people. It happens to just about everybody. So I'm trying to get people to understand that by being proactive in their lives and having difficult conversations, that they can survive. And I'm living proof of that, because I had to caregive both of my parents at various times. My mom passed in April. She had profound dementia, and I lived through it, and I was able to continue living my life and being productive as a person, and still lovingly take care of her. So it was being able to strike that kind of balance and not succumb to the kind of stress and pressure that befalls people when they are in that situation is extremely important to me. That's my why. I want to help save people's lives, and that's why I do what I do.
We've got 3 minutes left in our 25-minute.
Okay. You know what? I have one question, Stan, that I don't know if there's an answer to.
There's always.
I'm going to let it go till later. I'm going to think about it before I can ask tomorrow.
I'm going to answer a question that was in there from Frisbee Guy, and that I saw Christine talking about was the Logitech. Logitech cameras are they are good if you get the ones that have, and you'll have to forgive me, it's either Zeiss or Weiss.
Zeiss Icon lens, the ZEISS lens.
Yeah, that's it. That's what he said. Those lenses give much better clarity, and you can get those. What I did was I went and bought mine at Staples, but I went to Amazon first, and Amazon had them for $66. I printed that out. I went to Staples and said I can buy it for $66, and that's what I paid for mine. And it's a pretty good camera. I got to work on my lighting and stuff like that a little bit more, but I haven't had too many problems out of that. But I'm gonna jump out, and I'm gonna let. It is. They got a 9:30 now, Donald. But I'm going to jump out, and I'm going to let Frisbee Guy get in because I think he had some other questions, or Frisbee Guy, or anybody that wants to come in. And it was nice meeting you, Grand Family Plan.
Yes,
Same
nice
here,
meeting
Stan.
you. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for doing this, guys. It's really wonderful to get information from people like yourselves who are helping us to use this exciting new technology. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Every morning at 10. And so you can just tell anybody that you know, go to Learn Blab at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it'll bring them right here.
All righty. And I've been telling a little bird, so. All right. You guys want me to scoot so somebody else can come in?
Well, we have an open seat, so you can hang around here. If the seat fills up, then if you want to bow out, then you can. On the webcam, I have the C920. The C930 actually has, it's basically the same, but it has a wider angle of view, and it depends on your situation whether you really need that or not. Most people are using the C920, and it works out fine. So I hope that answers a little bit more on the camera. And it does give a clearer picture than your normal webcam.
Hey, Ron.
It's sharper. Yeah.
Could you bring Frisbee Guy in, please?
I don't see him. If he hits, there he is. Let's see if he can get on. There he is. Gary, the Frisbee Guy.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You know what? Are you driving while you're on?
I'm gonna stop my car.
Yeah, I was gonna say, please stop. We don't want to we don't want to see any.
Blab.
Yeah, we don't want to have any eyewitness to an accident here.
Hey, Ron.
Yes.
25 minutes officially gone. I'm going to log off, so you're on your own in terms of time.
Okay, I'll watch it. I'll go another 3 minutes. We want to talk to Gary here, and then we're going to end this. Thanks, Lindsay. Okay, Gary, tell us what you got going on. I think he's locked up. He might have to. You back again? Okay, we see you, but we don't hear you. Okay, Gary?
You're not hearing me, so my microphone isn't good.
Okay, now we hear you fine. What is Gary the Frisbee guy? What are you up to? You're not hearing us.
He might have a bad internet connection since he's mobile.
Yep. Well, you know what? Gary, you're going to have to come back tomorrow, and we'll get you in here, and we'll find out what Gary the Frisbee guy does. And because I'm curious too now, and I'm sure Stan is. What we're going to do now is we are going to end this. And I appreciate everybody for coming. Tomorrow again at 10 o'clock, and we're going to do this all over. And until everybody decides, hey, I'm learning how to use Blab. So I appreciate you coming. Grand Family Planning, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you. It was great.
People, you want to follow her and see what's going on there. And that's what we want to do here. We want to follow everybody that we can. Okay, everybody, I'm going to turn off the recorder and say goodbye.
Have a great day.